Hello guys, welcome to the United's Glory Station. I have a theory on the Jadon Sancho transfer and when it may be completed by basing this mainly off the history of how Manchester United tend to deal with transfers and the PR behind those transfer announcements. Now, at face value, it would seem that the Manchester United board and Ed Woodward are shambolically fumbling this transfer move for Jadon Sancho. If we look at what Dortmund's board are saying, and what the press in England and Germany are saying, it almost seems like this deal could very well be off due to the fact that Manchester United just don't seem to be willing to pay what they need to pay for Jadon Sancho, using the excuse of the lockdown to basically try and get Jadon Sancho on the cheap. Now, like I said in a previous video, I have no problem with attempting to do that, but once it becomes obvious that you cannot bully a club of Dortmund stature, you pay that damn money. Now, of course, like I said, this is just the face value of what it seems like, but we do know Ed Woodward likes to pull a coup, and ultimately, there may be more behind it than what meets the eye. So, Manchester United are still in the Europa League, and of course, we are on a high at the minute. We're rolling, we are moving, we've got the momentum. Of course, that momentum will continue to grow and grow if we win the Europa League. The fan base is definitely feeling very positive right now, more positive than we've felt potentially since Ferguson left, should I say retired. However, if you look back at all of our victories and our unbeaten run since January, since the arrival of Bruno, the catalyst for this momentum, then there's only really been one black mark on that whole record. And of course, that was the semi-final defeat to Chelsea. We went in with a half-baked team. We looked leggy. It's almost like we weren't really going for it. Only for us to go and play terrible against West Ham anyway, so it seemed like it was all pointless. Of course, we did manage to forget that because we sealed top four. Of course, we came third. So, according to the league table, we're the third best team in England. So it kind of made you forget about the fact we lost in the semi-final, but ultimately we had a massive chance to win the cup. And we just simply squandered it, and we had no one else to blame but ourselves. Of course, the fan base was very grumbly the next day. It turned on the Manchester United team and started doubting everything that came before it. Like I said, all that got washed away by the fact we sealed top three. But now we're failing. It seems like we're failing to get Jadon Sancho over the line. People in the fan base are starting to grumble yet again. Of course, we're in the Europa League. If we win the Europa League, we continue the momentum. But if we lose in the semi-final against Sevilla, and Sevilla are a very good team, it's very possible that we could lose against Sevilla, especially given how organised and tactically astute they are and how tactically unastute we are. That momentum could absolutely collapse yet again. And, the fan base can be fickle at times as well. So if that was to happen, I can see Woodward all of a sudden pulling out the bag. Jadon Sancho is arriving at Manchester United. It will wash away the fact that we didn't win the Europa League. Admittedly, the Europa League isn't a massive competition for Manchester United to win, but it is silverware. It would be Ollie's first trophy. And the reason I think this could potentially be a possibility is simply because of the fact that it took a devastating 2-0 loss to Burnley at Old Trafford in January for us to finally reveal Bruno Fernandes. We could have got Bruno Fernandes done earlier in the January transfer market, but it seemed like we waited until it was absolutely pivotal, when we're at our absolute lowest, to finally get that transfer over the line. It almost seems like a PR spin. And we know Manchester United deeply care about the PR spin. They got Neil Custis of The Sun in to help them deal with PR. Now, this Jadon Sancho deal especially seemed to be making loud noises only a week or so ago, but it seems to have quietened down. Many respected journalists have claimed that we have the personal details with Jadon Sancho over the line. It's just agreeing a deal with Dortmund. But what truly is taking so long? Could this deal already be done? Or are Manchester United just waiting for the opportune moment to reveal that this deal is done due to PR reasons? Of course, that would be right after a Europa League loss. Or it could just come after winning the Europa League, because then, the momentum isn't crushed and they can keep that momentum going by announcing a new transfer. Then, of course, they could bring in someone like Jack Grealish as well, who obviously would give the fandom a massive boost. Factor in the fact that, of course, when the Europa League finishes, it's even closer to the start of the next season, even closer to the end of the deadline for the transfer market. So it makes the opposing clubs that we're trying to buy from, in this case, Dortmund and Aston Villa, more desperate to sell because they'll want to find a replacement as soon as possible. Maybe they'll accept a little bit less money. What would I do? I would just get them in now, but of course that could be a distraction for the Europa League. Let me know, guys, do you think there's something going on behind the scenes and the deals for these players are done? Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section. At this point, we can only really guess and talk about hypothetical situations surrounding the transfers of these two highly muted transfers. Let me know your theories down in the comment section. I look forward to reading them. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you love talking about Manchester United. You will love some of the content coming your way on United Glory Station. Until next time, talk soon.